Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale, then you see the road. I'm out to my soul, and tell me the size whenever the smoke clear out of my face. And my picture perfect, you do look fine.
Nah, I'ma do my own thing.
Look in my eyes, tell me your tale, then you see the road. I'm out to my soul, and tell me the size whenever the...
Are you ready to be entertained? Let's get into another reaction of Ted Lasso, y'all. This is season 2. We are here. I heard you guys. I saw what you wrote. You wanted me to continue on with Ted Lasso, and here I am. Here I am. Let's get into another reaction. I don't know. I felt like I was on stage for a second. I hope you don't mind. Sometimes I get like that, just a little bit crazy. Let's get right into Ted Lasso season 2, y'all. If you want to see this in a full reaction, the links will be available down below. And while you are down there, do not forget to hit the like button, share, and comment. Now, without further ado, let's jump into Ted Lasso and find out exactly what this show has got to give.
The final minute of added time. AFC Richmond and Nottingham Forest are level with 2 goals apiece. Finds Rojas, who has room. Oh, it's a penalty! A giant opportunity.
Relief for Colin Hughes after he was liable for Forest's equaliser.
Draw, they will tie the record, which is currently a tie between Southampton and Swansea. Chris, can you even imagine starting a season?
Okay if I pray?
Yeah, of course. Which God and in what language?
Who've recently gone through so much, still fervently behind their club. And a hush falls over Nelson Road. The exception of Richmond's venerable mascot, Earl Greyhound, howling his encouragement. Will Danny Rojas deliver the good boy their first win of the season?
Football is life.
Oh my God. Poor creature. It's so tragic.
Awful turn of events. Look at being in a lower division now is that not every game is televised.
The internet.
No, right, the goddamn internet.
Coach Lasso, how are you feeling about the team's efforts today?
I feel like everyone played their hearts out. Because there's 2 buttons I never like to hit, all right? And that's panic and snooze.
Trent Grimm. I was wondering if you had any comments on Earl, the dog Danny Rojas killed today.
Well, when I was 3 years old, I got attacked by our neighbor's dog. I don't remember it happening, but my mother said it was pretty scary. I do remember being afraid of dogs while growing up, though. Then in high school, our neighbor, Mr. Grady, well, his wife passed away. Kind of stopped taking care of their dog. Same one that bit me. And so I started looking after him, you know, feeding him, taking him on walks, playing fetch, all that fun stuff. Eventually, Mr. Grady's son moved his dad into a nursing home, and he asked if I wanted to keep Hank, and I was like, yeah. And then a year or so after that, we had to put Hank to sleep. Funny to think about the things in your life that can make you cry, knowing that they existed. And then become the same thing that make you cry knowing that they're now gone. I think those things come into our lives help us get from one place to a better one. And I hope we helped Earl do just that. We're gonna miss him around here a whole bunch.
And how's Danny doing?
You've been like this for 20 minutes.
He's gonna use all the hot water.
Hey, Danny, what you doing?
Watching the death of me.
I recommend you use a little soap. Helps get the eternal rest out of those tough to reach places. Football's life, right?
It used to be.
Let's go ahead and give Danny a little bit of space right now, yeah? Y'all don't mind showering at home, do you?
Some of us prefer to take long baths at home.
Yeah. We'll see goldfish on Monday.
Goldfish?
Forget our mistakes and failures and just move on.
Only you played poorly.
Oh, wow.
Jan Maas is not being rude. He's just being Dutch.
Okay, we understand. Thank you.
I'm telling you, all these ties are my fault. There I was wishing and hoping for a friggin' tie.
Team's playing well, Ted, just a little unlucky.
The team was playing poorly. We don't call them unlucky. What do we call them, Coach?
New York Jets.
There it is.
Part of your job is to stay until the whole team's gone.
No, yes, of course. It's my mum's 50th birthday.
Oh, and what position does your mum play on the team again?
Your mom, a happy birthday from all of us. And hey, if she ever wants to try out for the team, she's more than welcome.
You gotta stay on them. Pressure makes pearls, right? It's diamonds. It's shit.
Oh.
Messed it up.
That's right, and
messed
diamonds.
up. You were just,
We just received a giant food delivery from our rivals over at Brentford FC.
How are you feeling?
Well, Keely, I feel like a bigger loser than the biggest loser from the biggest loser.
How's Danny doing?
And he's a lot like an expensive tape measure. he snaps back real quick.
I'm now looking at the very new, very generous factor of Richmond's largest dog shelter.
Buckingham Palace. Promised the boys would watch Empire Strikes Back tonight, and I have to get my thoughts together.
Rest in peace, Alton.
May the force be with you.
And also with you.
Okay.
Hey, him who?
Shush.
Good, I'm proud of you.
Am I allowed to speak yet?
I'll talk about a gentleman suitor I've gone out with a few times. Are you guys up for a double date next week? Let him prove his mettle.
Absolutely.
Hey, did Roy come to the game today?
Oh, no, he didn't. Sorry, Ted.
Oh, no, that's okay. Hey, he knows he's always got a ticket waiting for him, and we'll call, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. It's under an alias. Like last week it was Loretta Lynn. This week was Dolly Parton.
And it's nothing personal. It's just that he's been so busy with this new coaching gig.
Play like that next week. You can kiss the trophy goodbye. You all played like a bunch of little pricks. You hear me?
Yes, Ted!
They're 8 years old. You can't call them little pricks.
Sorry, Miss Bowen.
Even when they're being little pricks.
Rebecca wanted to see if we could do some double date action next week.
Fucking hell.
You owe me one quid.
Put it on my tab.
Can you hold this, please? I got a red card for elbowing a girl in her neck.
I'm very proud.
So once the season's over, we're going to have more time to see some friends, right?
I see friends all the time.
Getting buzzed on rosé, gossiping about reality TV with a bunch of women that know nothing about you. Sky Sports reached out again.
No. Last time I did one of your good ideas, I made a fucking fool of myself.
Your retirement
Way of alleviating my embarrassment is to tell me how many millions of people have seen me look like a knob. Be a fucking football pundit. Sit on fucking telly in a dumb fucking suit like a know-it-all twat. Have a shit out my own fucking mouth and do that fucking shit.
Where are we at now? £1,236.
As Danny Rojas has another injury time penalty kick if he can get it past this adorable goalkeeper. Oh, gamesmanship from the keeper. How will Rojas respond?
Come in.
Morning, boss.
Oh, hi, Ted.
I haven't seen someone that disappointed to see me since I wore a red baseball cap to a Planned Parenthood fundraiser. Yes, you got a fever for the flavored little girl talk, don't you? Well, shoot, why don't you let me take a crack at it?
Okay, what the hell? So this chap I've been seeing, John.
Stamos?
No, his name's John Wingsnight, but that's not the point.
Sports bar like Monday night's Wings Night down at PJ Flats, like that?
Ted, would you please stop?
Even though it's called girl talk, sometimes it needs to be more like girl, listen. Got it, burn on fire.
Successful.
Nice.
Not shy.
Is he nice to you?
Yes.
Yeah, he sounds great. So I'm confused. Is there a problem here or something?
Actually, I suppose not.
We'll talk and just be blabbing away about stuff and nothing has to really change and no one has to solve anything. The boss picked out a nail polish color for a date tonight. My favorite's the blue, but I think they all kind of rock. What do you guys think? What's wrong?
We got a situation, Coach.
He's underselling. We have a Shakespearean fucking tragedy.
Me merezco todo lo que me está pasando, Dios.
How many's he missed?
All of them? We're watching the end of someone's career.
Not now, Jan.
What happened between you and Earl, that wasn't your fault. You suffered an unlikely and tragic coincidence. Throughout Paul Thomas Anderson's 1999 opus, Magnolia.
Is that Tom Cruise with a little tiny ponytail?
Tom Cruise is rocking a little tiny ponytail in both those films. So let's get away from the bad mojo coming off that penalty box and, have some fun. Hey, fellas, line up for midnight poutine. Take a deep breath, yeah? I want you to picture the shot.
Gonna hit him.
Now kick it.
Oh,
Well,
Lord,
fellas,
Danny.
I am more stumped than Paul Bunyan's local forest.
He needs motivation. We could always just show him his goddamn paycheck.
I mean, that's a tad aggressive.
First thing we need to do is define the issue, yeah?
True that. Hey, you're not supposed to say that out loud.
Which is why I wrote it down.
Oh.
The yips. Shh. The yips.
Are you kidding me, you two? Voldemort at Hogwarts or
Soccer in England.
Bingo.
Out of nowhere, an athlete suddenly can't do the basic fundamentals of their sport.
Charles Barkley's golf swing. Yeesh. Sometimes being here is like living in a foreign country. You ever feel that way?
Bring in a sports psychologist. I know a lot of other clubs have had tremendous success with that.
It's not a bad idea, Coach.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just kick this jerk in the balls. And when he bends over, give him a knee to the nose and be done with it. There it was, wedged between the couch cushions. Martin Short's wallet.
Martin Short's wallet.
I'll get another one, please.
I never knew that meet and greets at Broadway shows could be such hotbeds.
Who cares about Martin Short when you're sitting next to he's here, he's there, he's every fucking where. Boy, cares. I bounce back and forward between United and City, whichever club's winning. So, how's retirement, Roy? I mean, I can't imagine how different your life must be now.
She's doing a bit of coaching at the moment.
I hadn't heard that. Fantastic.
Yeah, we've got a cup final next week. Can I get another one, please?
He's actually had an offer from Sky Sports to be a pundit.
I love that idea.
I couldn't agree
It's the first time my father's forwarded me an email in the last 5 years that wasn't about the scourge of immigration. It must have been super weird afterwards, though, right?
I'm going to need 2 more of these, please.
He's the worst one.
Here you go, gentlemen.
Thank you, Mary.
Thanks, mate.
Shame what happened to Earl. Shitting and pissing all over the place.
Yeah, that's pretty common with older dogs.
No, I'm talking about Nigel.
Can I get real a second? Get my meal a second?
Put down your beer and tell your buddy how you feel a second?
I'm all for whatever it takes to help Danny get back to being 100. This whole idea of bringing in someone from the outside to help us get him there, I don't know, it just kind of puts a little knot in my belly. I'm not sure why. No, I think there's part of me that just doesn't trust therapists.
Due to his divorce?
How come?
When Michelle and I did couples therapy, it was with this therapist she'd been going to for a while. I was going in there not to be listened to, but rather just to hear about all the things I've been doing wrong.
You remember what you said when I got dumped by that cruise ship dancer?
Can I have your tap shoes?
All people are different people.
You went out with another dancer, though, yeah?
Many.
Sorry if I was prattling on too much this evening.
You were as charming as ever.
Well, let me know if I pass the test. Lunch later this week?
Perfect.
I think it's a really good match. I mean, he's age appropriate, financially appropriate. He's not shy.
I love that about him.
Totally.
Fucking hell. Tell the truth. He's fine. That's it. It's not about him. It's about why the fuck you think he deserves you. You deserve someone that makes you feel like you've been struck by fucking lightning. Don't you dare settle for fine.
Don't you dare settle for fine. Oh, Earl. Oh!
Hey, look at that! Oh! Just wanted to introduce you to Dr. Sharon Fieldstone. She's going to be looking after Danny.
Oh, you don't need to stand.
But it makes it a lot easier to do this.
Consider this song, I will greet you.
So I understand that Danny has developed a case of the yips. That's 2 weird things in a row. What's going on?
Well, Doc, we don't like using that word around here. Why y'all looking at me? He's the one who knows everything. Okay, all right. Well, Doc.
Doctor.
It's a superstition.
The yips are not a superstition, a mental condition, one that can be fixed with discipline, not denial. Are you good at your job? Don't worry about them. All bullshit humility aside and be honest with me. Are you good at your job? Yes or no? Well, as good as you are at your job, I'm twice as good at mine.
Oops.
We're very lucky to have you.
That's good to know.
Thank you for coming here.
Right. Why don't I set you up in my office, right?
Great. What's your record?
Oh, 1,236.
Impressive.
She seems fun.
You sure you're okay me using your office? Not just being polite?
I insist.
Thank you, Mr. Higgins.
Where's he gonna go?
Nice to meet you, Danny. How you feeling?
Like a murderer. Want me to stick around, help you break the ice with Danny here?
I think we'll be all right, Coach Lasso. Thank you. ¿Te sentirías más cómodo si hablo en español, Danny?
You okay?
Oh, yeah. This is going to be perfect.
Anyway, this tall redhead pushes in front of me, so I tap him on the shoulder.
It's not till you
Dating is so odd, isn't it? Yeah. How is it ever possible to truly feel safe with someone? I suppose you can't. It was all about leaving yourself open to being attacked. It does make you realise how scary it is, allowing yourself to be intimate again. And that's it right there, isn't it? I need to be brave enough to let someone wonderful love me without fear of being hurt and without fear of being safe.
Are you breaking up with me?
So sorry, I actually didn't know I was going to
No,
do that. Coffee's from me.
Yeah, fair enough.
Danny Rojas, Danny Rojas. You on the drill?
Sure thing, Danny, yeah. But hey, you take this at your own pace, okay?
You got it, coach.
Oops.
Don't wave back.
Oh, I don't think she saw me.
She saw you.
Danny Rojas.
Good night, coaches, and thank you for Dr. Sharon. She is incredible.
I'm just curious, what did she, what ended up helping you?
Dr. Sharon helped me remember that even though football is life, football is also death. And that football is football too. But mostly that football is life.
Yeah. You know what, I'm gonna go upstairs, thank the good doc before she splits. Hey, Higgins, Doc's still here?
Oh, wait, Ted, she's in a session.
A session?
She's amazing.
Thierry, donc j'entends-tu vous venez du Québec? C'est bien ça?
Vous parlez français? A few of the boys asked to sit down with Dr. Fieldstone before she left.
No, that's great.
Hi.
Hey, gorgeous.
I used our fun night out together to try and change your mind about something you don't want to do. I'm leaving work right now. Could stop by Waitrose. Pick up a bottle of wine, bring it over.
Love to, but
Oh, fuck! Yeah, it's yoga mum's night. Sorry. I'll be awake. Have fun, yeah?
bye, babe.
Eliminated this week on the UK's #1 show, Lust Conquers All.
Oh, shut up, you slag.
She's hilarious. Tart Jamie.
You can't get rid of me. I'm the island's top scorer. Sexually.
God, I love him.
Same.
Well, we have entered season 2. We have new character, the Doctor. Oh, I was here, Doctor Who. Dr. Sheldon, I don't know what her name is. But I actually like her. She's super blunt. She speaks different languages. I'm here for it. I have to agree with Ted Lasso, at least for me. Okay, so gag this. My sister actually is going to school to be a therapist. And I know when my father passed away and I became super depressed, that was the beginning of my depression and anxiety when I was in high school, right after September 11th happened. So it was like bam to the bam, 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 bam. My mom tried to put me into a therapy, and that therapist, I can't really remember, I think it was a man. It didn't go nowhere. And first, one thing I know and two things are certain, if my mom only knew, especially now that I came out of the closet. I think that's another thing too. I wasn't out the closet, I was what, 9th grade. So for me to open up to men is very difficult, even to this day. Women, it's easy for me to open up to more women, and I prefer women doctors. Everything, I'd rather deal with a woman. So I had a male therapist and it just didn't go nowhere. He was asking questions and he got dead answers. So growing up and that was my only interaction with a therapist. And growing up was like, ugh, like I don't really do therapists. I can't open up. So I would agree with Ted Lasso on that point, but I bet you money if I had a therapist currently, I'd probably be in a better mood most of the time. And also my perspective of therapists would be completely different. As I said, my sister went to therapy, my brother, I think my mom did it too. I think everybody in the world has done it around me besides me, and I always wanted to try to give it another try, but I always get super nervous and scared because opening up to somebody else and then my trying to that's a big word and I can't say it right now because I'm tongue twisted and I'm thinking about Wendy's. But me saying, okay, I'm gonna open up to somebody and then spend all this money to open up to somebody always is where my problem lies. Unlike this particular show where they actually, the team hired a therapist and they're seeing a therapist for free, I can understand that. I also wish in the United States of America, I think in other countries, you can see a therapist either with a low cost or no cost at all if you have insurance or something like that. There's a way that you can see a therapist because other countries do put mental health first. And this episode dealt with mental health. Danny was going through what he went through by accidentally killing this dog that attacked the pigeon. I mean, at the end of the day, the pigeon was gonna die. So, I mean, the Greyhound, listen, don't type ferociously down below like saying, oh my God, you wish you were happy the dog died. I was very upset. I was highly upset that Earl died. Absolutely upset. But I also wanted Piggy the pigeon to survive as well, okay? So now what? Now it's a toss-up. But regardless, Danny went through a mental health crisis and you can see that, and that happens to everyday life, including when people die, what you go through and try that aftermath of trying to not get over it, but trying to cope. And then also dealing with anxiety, which is what Danny had when he went back onto the field, and also dealing with depression is what Danny also was dealing with. And him being able to speak to a therapist for free helped him overcome or cope with what he was going through. And I feel like if we focus on that in the United States of America, which we can't even get proper gun laws passed, so don't think we're gonna solve mental health. But if we did focus on the mental health of the well-being of Americans, and I know there's other countries watching me, Heidi Ho, Winslow, kisses to you all. But if we focus on mental health in the United States, I feel like we would be in a much better place in the United States, and we would not be in a tiebreaker between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. I feel like a lot more people, I had to enter it there, I think a lot more people would be not so angry and not so visceral. There I go with these words, and it's not that type of day. I'm too hungry. Not so angry towards each other, and being able to open up and see that our differences can also unite us. You know what I mean? And also, a lot of people wouldn't be doing the S word, which you can't say here on YouTube because you will be blocked. It's one of those words. It's a touchy word, and it's understandable. But the S word, right? So, a lot of people wouldn't be doing that. I actually went on my Facebook feed recently and saw that somebody actually, they couldn't find somebody, and they ended up finding this individual, and he, I guess, did the S word. I don't know who the individual was, you know, God rest his soul, and I wish he was able to overcome it. But like I said, there isn't that much focus on mental health, and people you see it oft time and time again between people doing the S word or people going out and doing mass murders. There's something here. There's a lot of people who are depressed, deal with anxiety, and et cetera, that causes other issues that happen, right? So anyways, the point of Ted Lasso's episode of season 2, episode 1 was definitely held heavy on trying to cope with things. Even Roy was coping with something, right? He's in retirement now. He's now training young girls, and now he's coping with the retirement phase of football or soccer, and he's gonna have to probably overcome whatever he has to deal with, because he's not even seeing his old team. He's taking the step back away from that and everything that deals with that, because it seems like he's a little bit upset, right? Then seeing Rebecca going on a date, and when Roy said to Rebecca, the man's fine, but you need to not settle down. That's not what he said word for word, but don't settle down. Find somebody that makes you like giddy, makes you happy, that is something more than fine, because you deserve somebody more than fine. And that's what I feel like everybody should do. Everybody should stop settling down. I have a lot of gay friends. Well, that's a lie. I don't have a lot of gay friends. But the gay friends I do have, no shade and no tea. They don't watch my YouTube channel, and I don't know why I'm even friends with them at this point, because they don't even support me. So screw them. No, but no shade. But my gay friends, the ones that I do have, I feel like sometimes they settle down for relationships. Like a cute guy comes along that they swiped right on Tinder or tapped their box on Grindr, and then they met and did 1 to the 2 to the 2 to the 3s, and then the next thing you know, in gay relationships, we age like dogs. It's like every month is 7 years to us. So they get with them, and it's like they just settle. And I'm like, don't settle for somebody you just met. Get to know them and, you know, build with them. And I even have straight friends that are like that too, unfortunately. And I always tell at least my friends, don't settle for and my siblings, they don't watch this either. Don't settle for somebody just walks in your life. You need to try to do something above you, right? So you're up here, try to get somebody up here, not because you're below them, but because you could reach and aim to be at the level that they're at. Sorry, Gold Mike. Gold Mike wants to be part of this conversation, and who am I to deny Gold Mike its time on the camera? Howdy ho, Winslow. But you guys know what I mean, right? You don't ever settle. Don't settle, don't settle, don't settle. Always aim higher. My aunt who passed away, love you, rest in peace, she always used to say, you need to find somebody, you know, who's striving, who has a good job, who has this, that, and the third, because what's it look like with you both being on a bus? Like, that was her way of saying, don't settle, don't settle, don't settle. And that has been instilled in me. Out of all my siblings, I'm the one who's currently single because I don't want to settle. That's for me. And I mean, they did find love in a hopeless place. We found love in a hopeless place. Woo! We found love in a hopeless place. Yes, Rihanna. Come through. It's been a Rihanna type of day. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. I went on a tangent. I do have ADD. I'm telling you guys, ADD is real and I do have it. I was all over the place with this outro. Regardless, loved this episode. I'm very happy to be in season 2. And I find it so surprising. You guys knew I was gonna go into season 2, right? I did ask everybody to be like, let me know if you want to go into season 2. And I saw and people were like, don't you dare not go into season 2. And I was like, you know, I said in the outro, I think I am gonna go, I don't think I said I said I am gonna go into season 2, but it was great to see everybody commenting down below and letting me know, you better get into season 2, y'all, you better do it. So I thank you all so much for your comments. Thank you guys so much for being here with me during these reactions. You guys are freaking amazing and I love you guys all the way down. And while you're here, check out all my other reactions here on this channel. And until next time, I'm off this.
You gotta choose a side. You gotta do what's right. Look, I ain't got no time to be hanging around. Nobody trying to figure out if they good or evil. I'm fighting the crime, saving your lives one at a time. I'm killing the rhymes. I do it for the people. I'll be the walking running through the 6 with a bag.